Okay, there he is, Albie Brandon. So go ahead, let's walk out in the field. And I'm just going to kind of get some basic info from you first. So what's the name of your operation?
Brandon Family Farm.
Brandon Family Farm, okay.
We're in West Kingston, Rhode Island.
West Kingston, yep. Wow, this looks like some ground ready for cover crop?
No,
or strawberry?
We're going to shape the beds for the strawberries.
Oh, okay.
We were hoping for some good rain over the weekend and then have nice moisture to shape the beds. But
right. Didn't turn out to be very much, did it?
No, we got nothing here.
Whoops.
Moisture, he's in.
Yeah, we're not gonna. So this prompts a good question here, because my next question on my list is, what are the primary crops or products that you sell? And so obviously, you know, strawberry, there it is, a real part of your crop mix. First of all, what's the area that you plant the strawberries?
So this year we're going to plant 2.5 acres of strawberries, which is our biggest planting, but it's kind of the maximum that we can do on this farm, so we can have a 4-year rotation. Mm-hmm. But it's been working out well for us. It's hard to meet the demand, so
this is
grow more.
This is for typical June-bearing strawberries. This is kind of late, isn't it, to be planting?
No, we find that early September is ideal time.
You're putting in bare roots, or you're putting in plugs?
They're plugged.
Okay, so that's the difference there.
Yep.
Because I think if they were just, say, like...
yeah, bare roots you don't want to plant by July.
Right, okay. And would you say that at this point, plugs are the way most people go on this scale?
I guess I don't really know the answer to that.
Okay.
I know in the southeast, they're just universally used.
Okay. All right.
In the north, there's, you know, I'd say in the north, not a ton of people are even doing plastic culture. So it goes with the plastic culture.
Okay.
Strawberries. So straw availability is a difficult thing. So it's really not viable for us. So making the raised plastic beds is the only way we found to make it sustainable for us.
And you know what, if you move over that way, we're going to have less blinding sun in the camera's eyes and my eyes. So I guess...
the benefit of doing it this way is we had vegetable crops in the spring in this field that we harvested until August.
Right.
Different things. And then we're basically double cropping. So we didn't lose a year, the planting year, to a cash crop. Which,
right.
You know, and very intensive, obviously. We're working with soil a lot.
Yep.
We're making 10-inch tall raised beds now. So we have to work the soil really fine.
Yep.
So.
And will you be growing these like as an annual? Or do you get a second season out of this, or what?
So we've experimented with doing them for 2 years with mixed results. So in order to make the rotation tighter here, we're going to just do 1 year.
Annual. Okay, sort of like a winter annual crop.
Yeah, you're just going to get better consistency the first year. The second year is kind of a crapshoot, so
obviously
costs are a lot lower for the second year. They can be high depending on the weed pressure and things like that. So.
Yeah. So I think that says a lot about, I mean, times have changed. You know, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, nobody would dream of growing June-bearing strawberries and keep them in and grow them as an annual.
The other thing is too is that we're not using fungicides.
Okay. So you don't get you can't take the buildup of disease.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which tends to you're almost, when you do it this way, we found if you start with clean plugs, you're guaranteed to get a good crop.
Yeah.
Not a good crop, but you're guaranteed to not have, you know, disease problems that are going to really affect the crop.
Right.
Whereas the longer you have them in the ground, the bigger chance there is.
Okay.
So
okay.
It's a good system for organics.
Terrific. Okay, so
clean stock.
And we'll just establish. So you're doing certified organic.
Yep.
And that's on all of your acreage that you're farming on.
Yep.
And did I ask you what's the total acreage that you're producing on? Everything included. I don't care what crop it is.
We're up to almost 20 acres now.
20 acres. And is that all located right here on this farm?
No, we have 5 acres down another part of South Kingstown now, on Tuckertown Road. That we're just getting into over there. We
Strawberry raised beds?
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a look.
I don't know, kind of interesting.
See what you got.
This is just from spreading fertilizer in the tire tracks.
What machine are you using to work the soil up to this degree?
This was rototilled.
Okay. Nothing fancy about this rototiller, just a rototiller?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
These are the beds we're starting to make now. These were just us practicing with the maker, the bed maker.
Yep. And so
Perfect. We're gonna have to reshape these.
the height you're aiming for is?
10 inches.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And the raised bed is what? Early soil warming, drainage?
Yeah, soil warming, getting a little easier picking,
Mm-hmm.
and getting more separation from the middles. Because the middles is kind of a challenging area of management for plastic culture strawberries.
The bed middle?
Yeah. The
Mhm.
Yep, the furrows.
So are these
If we
planted?
have weeds grow there or a cover crop, then it's going to interfere with the harvest with our
Oh,
standard.
like you say in the wheel tracks of
In the wheel tracks,
Okay, yeah, got it.
So now we're going to wrap these beds with plastic so it'll just make the furrow management easier. And we're going to cover crop the furrows with annual ryegrass.
Uh-huh. Okay.
We do have strawberry. We're going to do a few different things this year, but that's one of the management challenges is the wheel tracks.
Yep.
So we're going to. We think annual rye is going to be the best one.
That's right. Nice greens.
So this was strawberries that we harvested this year,
Okay.
and then there's another that you can, for really intensive management, you can work those in and plant another crop.
Right.
So you're
What is this?
double-cropping
Just
strawberries?
what's just coming up here?
Oh, this is just different, like arugula and salad mix ingredients. But the reason that is there is we had planted lettuce here, but it was so dry when we planted. It's one of the rare times I've had plants just die.
Yeah.
So dry.
Yeah.
This is one of the sandier sections of the farm.
Okay.
But we got our next lettuce is something pretty good. Come through.
Let's start. Well, let me turn this on. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. So we're looking at some pretty large plantings of leeks and Italian. Is it flat leaf Italian parsley?
Yep.
Yeah. So those.
Two things that we wholesale.
Those are
and
wholesale.
sell retail quite a bit. But
Okay.
not parsley as much.
And do you feel like these are two crops that pay pretty well for wholesaling?
Parsley definitely does. Leeks, it depends on the crop. If you get a really nice crop, then like anything, obviously it's more profitable. But
When you harvest the leeks, are you pulling several and bunching them, or are you packing them loose in a box?
20-pound boxes. That's the standard.
Loose.
Yep, loose.
And you just hack off the leaves and some root, and then okay. Whereas now the parsley, you must be bunching, right?
Yep.
Yeah, which is a lot of labor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so when the bunches are made, is it done by cutting, or are you picking individual leaves and bunching leaves?
Oh no, we cut the whole plant.
Cut the whole plant. Okay. And
We've gotten, some of these plants we planted in the spring, we've gotten 4 or 5 bunches off one plant.
Okay, great.
It's like 90 cents a bunch wholesale. So
Yep.
that's
Yeah.
the math, and it was pretty good.
For parsley, that's really good. Yeah. And this corn here is.
This is popcorn.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's very tall for sweet corn.
Yeah. Some of it blew down in that.
Hmm. But these must be getting close, eh?
Yeah, it's starting to die down. I don't know if it's just because it's so dry.
So when you oh wow, you did have quite a blowdown in there.
Yeah.
So
Have been getting some.
when this is ready, you're looking for. Are you looking for totally brown ears?
Yeah, last year I think we picked in like Thanksgiving, December.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right.
And then it had dried on the plant some, so that helped with our drying.
Wow. Well, here's some
We
very
sell it in
nicely.
ears, and we have a sheller too, so we shell
nicely maintained bunches of green onions. These are?
The next parsley we had to just start cutting for this.
Okay. And these are green onions here?
Yep.
Okay.
Japanese scallions.
They're big.
Yeah. These ones get huge. They'll get as big as leeks. Really good flavor. Really popular at market, and
okay.
we had wholesale them.
Yep.
The wholesale price is so low for scallions.
Yep.
Like $25 for 48 onions.
Yeah.
50 cents. We put like 3 of those together.
And quite a well-maintained planting of carrots.
Yep, so I just did probably the last cultivation, hilled up some soil on them to
Fantastic.
prevent as much greening.
Was there some hoeing that went into this as well?
We did one hand weeding, yep.
Mm-hmm. Great. And I mean, are they in this droughty weather? Are they sizing up or?
Yeah.
Good. Good.
I've run irrigation here like 2 or 3 times, and then they were well irrigated. We run the mega nets to get them going, so that got the soil nice.
Mega
net sprinklers, a little no wobble.
Okay.
Sprinklers.
Yep. Great.
We germinate with those, and then water when they're getting started.
Okay.
And,
so, speaking more generally, Albie, let's see. So, how would you describe your marketing model? Like, what is? I mean, CSA, farmers markets, wholesale, mix of it all.
Yeah, we're a pretty good mix, but we do we doubled our direct sales this year through a few different kind of creative things. We have like an online store now. People can come pick up at the farm.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have our local farmers markets. We do the one farmers market. We sell to a direct marketing service called What's Good.
Right.
And then that's our retail, and Farm Fresh, Rhode Island.
Mm-hmm.
Retail sales there too. And then we do wholesale to a couple supermarkets and a distributor.
Okay.
That's been working.
And did you say CSA or no?
60 to 80% of the sales are wholesale.
60 to 80% are wholesale.
Depending on the time.
And did you did you say CSA or not?
No CSA.
No CSA. Okay. And in this crazy year we've been in, how would you say this marketing model that you have has served you?
It served us really well because we've seen increased traffic at the market, and the supermarkets are getting increased traffic, and their orders have been bigger. So definitely has.
Okay.
It's been only good for us.
Okay. Would you say you do some modifications of your marketing model every year?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
We're always experimenting with different wholesale crops to see if we can do it profitably.
Yep.
And then the reality comes through, or it turns out to be a good one.
Yep. And those are the ones that have survived.
Yep.
Year after year now.
Yep.
You've done leeks in the past, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
We have quite a bit of purple blotch, so it's just it's always variables like that determine how profitable it'll be.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Cutting out more purple blotch.
Okay.
But it's surprising it's been so dry. But.
I should get over here more for my scouting reports. The bigger the farm, the more disease and insect pests you get to see.
Yep. Yeah, we've got all of them.
And what about any like value-added or processed products? Is that part of your mix?
Bit. I mean, we really want to get into doing more of that.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, we don't do too much.
Okay.
We use a co-packer. Well, this year we did pepitas for the first time, so.
Oh, right.
Naked pumpkin seeds. And
naked pumpkin seeds.
Roast those for us.
So that's been harvested already and scooped out, and it's gone.
Yep.
Wow, fantastic.
We bought an implement that does the shelling for us.
Great.
So
it
worked really well.
So, and this is going to be marketed where?
Just direct sales.
Oh, okay.
Direct retail. Yeah.
You've got like a package and a name and.
Working on that.
Okay. All right. But so, like, if I was to go to the South Kingstown Farmers Market, you'd be selling them there?
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
We just harvested like 600 pounds this year, so.
600 pounds of actual seeds?
Yeah.
So, in the seeds, when you count that, so first of all, are they sold raw?
Oh no, they're roasted.
They're roasted. So is 600 pounds before roasting or after?
That's just kind of my guess, actually.
Oh, all right. Okay,
I
okay.
don't know for sure.
All right.
It's gonna be about that.
Okay.
Which
So what
yield
about?
was not very, because that was like 3 acres that we, and that's the yield. That's like decent yields that you should get from like 1 acre. So
Ah, okay.
the crop
All right.
was not exceptional.
Oh, so it's a work in
It was
progress.
a new field, and the deer ate like the blossoms off the plants.
Okay.
And some stuff like that affected the yields.
Yep. So this is your pumpkin seed harvester.
Yeah, we imported from Turkey.
Huh.
There's a pretty big industry there. They've been making this company. Simsec has been making them for 50 years.
Fantastic.
And it holds 400 liters of water. And there's a hammer mill, internal hammer mill here. You just throw the pumpkins in, and it smashes them to bits. And then there's 3 drums that sort and clean the seed. And then it comes out. Water just dribbles over the last drum to help get it really clean. And then
What about any, winter growing, fall, winter, off-season production kind of stuff? Do you do that?
yeah, so we retail every week of the year at
Okay.
the farmer's market.
Okay.
And through the web store we'll do this year. And that's, so we do the storage crops, like the storage carrots. This is the amount of carrots that we think we can retail
Okay.
through the winter. And we don't wholesale those at all.
And
And then,
the-
yeah, we all the high tunnels. We have 5 30 by 96 high tunnels that all get winter greens.
Okay. All right.
We do
So
spinach
then,
tunnel, a kale and chard tunnel, and then a
so
salad.
you have people also working with you who are going to be harvesting all winter long.
Yeah, so it's me and one guy that stays on full time in the winter,
I see. Okay.
and then a few people
All right.
that help part time.
Yep. Fantastic.
But we have a much smaller crew in the winter.
Yep.
Actually.
Even more general, pulling back, how long have you been farming?
I guess working on commercial farms since 2012.
2012, so that's 8 years.
I was in high school.
Yeah. And
But I started my first commercial year here was 2015.
here at this particular location?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess
2015.
2014 technically.
So you're like 5 and a fraction years in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're okay. I mean, you've really expanded and you've really built quite a business in a very short time. It's quite a business. I mean, you're doing a lot. You're moving a lot out. You've got a lot of great equipment. It looks like you got a lot of great people working here. So, I mean, it's very impressive what you're doing. I mean, I'm impressed. I'll say that.
Thank you.
I hope others are. So, and this location here, would you say this is a place you're going to be able to remain?
Yeah, I hope so.
Okay.
I am looking for a farm. We're in some talks, but with that I can purchase and build a real packing facility and a house.
Right.
Hopefully still lease here and have production.
Yep.
But permanent kind of home.
Okay.
Definitely limits our growth, how much crop we can store here and pack. So.
And so who are you doing this operation with? Clearly, you wouldn't, this is a lot to take on. So talk about your support in terms of family or, what's going on with all that?
Yeah, so my mom helps out part-time on the farm.
Mm-hmm.
And then she helps with our retail sales. She does the farmer's market with us.
Mm-hmm.
And she's a big part of the business. And then I have a few great people that work full-time in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
4 people that are full-time in the summer.
Okay.
And then a few other part-time people. Kind of cast of other characters. We did a little contract with Red's Hot Sauce to grow hot peppers for them this year. See if we can make that work.
What's the name?
Red's.
Is that local?
Yeah, it's just local hot sauce
Okay.
maker. She's pretty popular. But this is one of the ones she uses. Hot paper lantern. It's like a habanero type,
Yep.
but really, really nice flavor and good qualities and really productive and didn't have, the pack out was really good compared to some of the other ones, more blossom and rot.
What about splitting? Any?
They were like
Yeah.
all perfect.
Yeah.
And we got a lot off these plants already, and you can see the second pick will be pretty good too.
Yeah.
Hot peppers, I don't know, it's a lot of labor to pick them.
Yep.
But and the storm blew them over. Yeah, they didn't get sun scald either, like the other ones.
How long are these rows?
300 feet long.
Uh-huh.
And then I have 2 of cherry. And this was tomatillos, but the woodchuck came and ate them when they were young. So
Yep.
they didn't.
Goodness gracious, what's this?
So this is hemp. This is a high CBD variety, and this is the CBG variety.
Right, okay.
And yeah, it looks like we'll have another good crop on the hemp.
They
That's
look,
actually, so in terms of marketing, we started a little business doing a value-added product with the hemp,
uh-huh,
and that's been profitable for us.
goodness. Yep, this is like
This is one of the fungus that gets on.
centerfold of High Times magazine, back when I was a teenager.
This one blew down in that storm.
Yep.
Still, looks like it'll still be okay. But yeah, the flowers are starting to get bigger.
Yep.
But this is still, we'll give it another couple weeks, and they'll get thicker.
Yep.
And sweet potatoes
Oh yeah.
and Irish potatoes, they're long dead. We're getting ready to dig the Irish potatoes.
So yeah, a lot of sweet potatoes here.
We probably should have come in and hand-weeded the whole.
What's your process on these for when you get near harvest?
So we just, what we end up doing is we cut the vines. It's very labor intensive, but we cut the vines and roll them into the middles. And then we pull
You cut them by hand.
Yeah, well, so we flail mow as much as we can, and then anything that's still gonna give us a problem lifting the plastic, we tend to go through and cut. Just otherwise it's harder to cut the plastic. But I think if we get a setup where we get 2 coulters that run on the edge of the plastic, that would save that step. But
Mm-hmm.
and then we have a potato. Then we use our plastic lifter, and then we have a potato digger. We share with a few other farms. And it does a good job on sweet potatoes.
So, okay, so that's something actually somebody was asking me about recently is, can you use just a potato digger on these?
The one we bought seems to do well, definitely.
Does it have like a bar chain, like a regular potato digger?
Yeah.
And
I can
so
do it.
how much drops through?
What do you mean?
Well, do any of the roots drop right through the chain?
No, they're pretty close together,
Okay.
the chains.
Yeah.
Or whatever you call that, conveyor type.
Yeah. And so that just leaves them right out on the surface and you go pick them up. Okay. All right. Well, good.
Yeah, it goes fast at that point.
Because somebody asked me
Getting rid
that
of the
recently. I
plastic.
didn't know if you could use that just as well on sweet potatoes as regular potatoes. So, okay.
Yeah,
Now
I don't
we
know
know.
other diggers, maybe the particulars, but
Yep.
definitely we run it at a fairly low RPM, so more gentle.
COVID is among us and affects everything. How would you say it's affected you in comparison to previous years?
A little bit of anxiety about, getting it, of course.
Right.
The farmers markets, a lot of my customers are older population that come to the market, so and I'm exposed to the people that work on the farm. I can't tell them what to do in their home life, so for the most part we don't wear masks on the farm. We're aware of not being too close to each other, but
It's
when
pretty
we're in our
easy when you're
processing shed,
outside.
we try to wear the masks.
Yep.
Because we're in a closed area together.
Okay.
And so when we do jobs like that, where we're going to be close together, we mask up.
Yep.
But other than that, I mean,
Yeah.
just trying to be a hermit in my social life so that I don't get it. And be, careful at the supermarket and everything else.
And business-wise, I mean, can you say that it may have expanded your business some?
Definitely a little bit of an uptick in demand for retail, and people, a little bit more passionate to get more produce. The farmer's market is a nice environment for shopping, really, because it's outdoors. So, a lot of customers. There's times where it would get too crowded, and that would turn some customers off. But
Yeah.
I'd say overall, the effect was neutral on the business.
Okay.
Slightly positive.
Okay.
And then everything else.
So
It's a horrible pandemic. So.
along with COVID this year, we've definitely, though I've never heard the authorities declare it as such, we're in a drought.
Yeah, I would say this is a drought
I'm not sure why we've never heard any authorities say so, but we've had.
Well, I think localized, especially down here in
Southern New England is much worse than central New England.
Yeah.
Central New
I go up and
England.
deliver to Providence, and there were so many days this summer I'd go up there and it's pouring rain,
Yeah.
all these storms, and then you come down here and it's just blowing
Yeah,
away.
I think Central Mass and
Usually a
southern Vermont, New Hampshire, they've had lots of thunderstorms.
Our tomatoes are still incredibly green and healthy. I think that's a part of it, but
Um,
so there's a lot of benefits to the drought. But we have this really nice silt loam soil here, so it's very a good buffer against drought. But still, I lost lettuce I planted past couple weeks ago.
mm-hmm.
That doesn't happen to me very often.
Right.
And we irrigated them once. We put a water wheel transplanter, that gave me irrigation. Then I irrigated them after that, and then they still died. So that just shows how dry the soil was. I couldn't get it wet enough to have them take root.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, there's no substitute for real rain.
No.
So
They'll come back.
here's a kind of another kind of step back question. What would you say you are, or what, you can name more than one thing, but what do you feel like you do best here? Like where do you feel like you're shining in your operation?
I don't know. We've always been pretty good tomato growers. So
Mm-hmm.
That's always been a really profitable part of the business too, and crop we put a lot of effort into. So I'd have to say tomatoes. I guess.
Tomatoes, okay, all right.
But of course, still a lot of shortfalls with managing them.
Okay.
Still can improve, definitely.
And also, so farming isn't all just the crop you produce, but there's business decisions, there's labor, there's
Yep.
Quality of life. There's, any of those things you feel like you're doing really well at that you would like to declare you are, or?
I don't know. I think we're decent at all those things.
Okay.
Not exceptional.
All right.
Not terrible.
Okay.
Taking most weekends off, this
That's
year.
fantastic.
So, except
That's
for
great.
Well, I shouldn't say that, but that's a strong word. But at least a day off
Good.
a week.
Good.
Most weeks.
There's a lot of people who don't, so that's good. And that's important. I believe it's important.
And that goes back to having the good help, because we're getting things done, and I know that we'll get it done on Monday, so I don't have to come out here with the tractor, and I know Jeremy's going to jump.
I've seen the people. I've seen the people working here, and they're happy.
Yeah.
They like being here.
I think that's an important part of, obviously.
For sure.
Managing people.
Yeah.
It's not about driving production at all costs all the time.
Yeah. And
happy people are more productive.
I mean, I'd say also most of the people here who are working with you, in some way or another, have ambitions to farm themselves.
No, not all.
Not all, but I know several who've already been doing a lot of farm work in the past.
Yep.
Before they came to you, and so I think they're all very interested in it.
Yes.
Like it's not just they got a job and really glad to have a job, but they're also really invested in it personally.
Yep. Yeah, we have kind of a core group now that we're all pretty invested in it. And there's going to be more equity sharing soon.
Oh, great. Fantastic. Very interesting. Okay. All right.
I can't talk about that.
we'll stay tuned on that one.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
But I think that's an important part of it.
So what about, if you care to share any decisions you're not happy you made about, say, something this year in particular? And it's fine if you don't have anything off the top of your head.
There's a lot of things I regret. Biggest thing. I can't think of any biggest thing this year.
That's fine.
Trusting Balmore Farms, maybe the first one.
Sorry? Trusting
this Canadian nursery for my strawberry plant.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That might
All right.
be, that's up there, but
All right.
because they're dropping the ball on me now. But,
Okay.
But
Well, hey, guess what? I just got a signal on the video cam here that the battery's just about to run out. So I think that's perfect time to say thank you very much for taking time out of your busy day. And I hope that people will get something from this. And actually the plan is to have an eventual sort of Zoom, whatever you want to call it, kind of meeting in maybe mid-fall, after people have had a chance to watch this whole series of farm tours. So I hope you'll be involved in that and tune in and be a vocal member of the meeting.
yeah, I think I will.
Great. Okay. Thank you so much, Albie. Really
Yeah,
appreciate
thanks
it.